Hello, Gabby. I think this relationship needs some attention or it's going to fail. The other day when I went to the hospital with you, and you told me to stay out in the hallway, that's just not normal procedure. Nobody does that. That's odd, and people wonder why is somebody telling you to leave. So that, in my estimation and everybody else's estimation, that's odd behavior. Yesterday when we got home from there, I was in the house and you pushed me by the arm. You said, "Get out of here. The other person's coming." And so that's once again odd behavior. Today I came down there and rang the doorbell. You opened the door and wouldn't let me in, and so I had to go to the bathroom. I went around to the back door. You were standing 5 feet from the door, yet you couldn't walk over and let me in. That's odd behavior. Gabby, I don't care. I just thought yesterday that you could use that business. I seen what I see Uber and Lyft in the back of that van, and I seen where the van was bought from the same place you bought it from, and I just said, hey, you could make some money. I have a truck driving job, and I have other things to do. I don't need to be a person that helps you with your thing. Although I have started several businesses, starting out with LLCs and getting insurance and getting product liability, which I did, and getting insurance and getting what do you call it? With the employee gets hurt and all that. I know how to set up a business, and I know how to start a business, and I know how to advertise, and I actually know how to do a business. So I said that what I have to do it, and you're just like secretly telling this little girl, I don't care if she's in drive, but why would it be private conversation? Why would you go there? You think the nurse is interested in your business about the van? Because, hey, Kaylee, you know what? We're getting that van. Maybe we could turn it into extra work for you, and get so that's good. But I don't know why it's private business unless for some reason you didn't want me to hear it. I don't care about the business. I mean, I can help you if you want me to. I know how to do it, and I've done it several times. It's not a matter of just getting a van and and bringing people around. It's a lot more complex than that. Okay, actually making some money with it and doing it the right way, not getting sued. She can sue you. The people who drop in a wheelchair out can sue you. It's a big deal. Okay, so there's a lot of insurance and a lot of things need to be happening. Now you're going to say you have your reasons for everything. You may say you have your reason for not letting me in the door. You may say you have a reason for whatever. But this isn't a new relationship. Okay, so you think this like some guy just met you and he's waiting outside the door and all that. This is not a new relationship, and people can't live in existing relationships that they now are. Have handcuffed and don't get same rights and don't get it's weird. So basically, I'm not happy in the existence. I'm not happy where I'm at. I don't feel loved. I don't feel. I feel that your stress level is either so much and you don't see it, the way you're acting and treating me, or you don't care and you're trying to push me out, kind of like the person that the employer gives them 6 hours, and they said, "Well, fuck you, I'm going to quit. I'm not coming. I don't like it here. And this isn't." And so either you're trying to be mean to me on purpose to push me away, and you don't have to be. All you have to say is, "Hey, dude, this isn't working." Okay, so that's one scenario. The other one is that you don't realize how ridiculously mean you are being to me. So that's two. And the third possibility would be somewhere in between of both of those. But regardless of any justification you may have for not letting me in your house or whatever, a person can't get treated like that. And so it's just like Bill Enright. Bill Enright and Gabby Koenig, you either have to get over your situation with me and start trusting me again and treating me like a real person, or you're going to have to tell me to move on, because you can't have what's going on right now. What I mean is, when you can't have is that I won't be in this relationship, and if you say, well, this is the way it is, and I'm not going to change, then I'm going to be out of the relationship, because I'm putting my foot down. Regardless of your situation, regardless of what come your way, regardless of your justification, regardless of your thinking, If you can't start treating me like a regular boyfriend and a human being, then I won't be in the relationship. If you don't care about that, then I'll go. Then it sounds like I go away and you're not hurt, and you won't have to deal with me, and I won't have to deal with you. Today, when I asked Kaylee if she thinks that Zach can hear her, that was a conversation between a 60-year-old mature man that's had a business and lived life and a little girl that's taking care of him. And I wanted to see her reaction and see what she said. And all of a sudden you felt you had to jump in and tell me something that was piggy-tailed on some conversation we had the other day. In fact, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to her. This is real life, and you're not the boss of everything. You have your house there, and you have your wheelchair kid, and you have your thing there, and that's where your power ends. That's where you're at. That's where it ends. Okay, and so I would have a little respect for me, where you weren't respectful right there, and you kind of justified it. You kind of always justify everything in your little world. You're kind of the boss. It may work, but the world isn't your world. And if I'm going to be in your world, you're going to treat me with dignity, respect. And if I'm going to be your boyfriend, you're going to treat me with dignity, respect, caring, love, affection. So if you can't do those things, if you think your life is too bent out of shape to do that, then once again, we'll have to change things and I'll have to go away. If you don't care if I go away, then no harm, no foul. And I will be in a situation where I don't get treated like that, and you'll be in a situation where, I think that you won't be as overwhelmed. So we're going to have to start at normalcy. Okay, when somebody comes down, I'm coming down, and you come to the door, and you open the door, and the person comes in, they go and sit at the table, you doing whatever you're doing, that's normal. Anything other than that isn't normal, and I won't put up with it, nor should anybody. Justifications have nothing to do with normal, okay? I don't trust you in my house, and you lied to me and all this, then move on. Okay, because if it's not normal and it's not treating someone with dignity, if you can't pull that off because of other things, then you need to let the person go. Because justifications, you can't whip a person every day because they stole money from you 17 years ago and think it's justified because they had it coming. That's not how things work. And you can't treat people bad today for things they did bad yesterday. In fact, you can't treat people bad for anything. An hour ago, 10 minutes ago, because as soon as you treat them bad, that's you treating somebody bad, and they don't need to put up with that. Okay, if you don't want people in your life, and if you don't trust people, and if you don't want people in your house or any of those situations, you have to move on. Okay, but if you're going to let people in your life, then you have to treat them like people. That means when they come to the door, you let them in. That means when you get mad, you don't tell them to leave. You work things out. That means if you actually do need space and time, you say, here's what we're going to do. There's 7 days in a week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I have to get up early, so I'd like you to leave by 9 o'clock every night. The other person says, okay, that works for me. And the other person says, well, I won't be able to be down Monday and Tuesday. Okay, that works for you, works for me. Okay, then, Sunday night, I got to get up Monday morning. I got to leave at 6. Okay, that works for me. And you kind of stick with that. You don't change it unless you get together with the other person again. So your way or the highway will not work in my world anymore. And treating me with anything other than love and respect won't work anymore either, because it's wrong. There's no justification in the world to treat somebody bad for something they did 2 seconds ago, 2 minutes ago, 200 years ago. You're treating them bad, and people don't need or they should not put up with that, and they will not. I've been put up with it for a long time. If in fact you don't think that you can treat me with respect, that means dignity, respect, and you can trust me, then please let's move on from this situation, because there's no point in somebody being disrespected and treated rudely under the guise of they have it coming and it's justified. It's never justified, no matter what happened 5 minutes ago. You treat me bad, you treat anybody bad, anybody treats anybody bad, it's not justified. It's not even justified if they did it right to your face, okay? As soon as somebody says, hey, motherfucker, and you say, hey, motherfucker back, you're wrong. They're wrong for saying it, but you're wrong for saying it too. See how it works? You don't get a justification. Well, you said it to me first. And another thing is, we're going to have to start talking about this. I don't want to stop a fight because I didn't start it. If the fight goes on more than hey motherfucker, you both started it. Okay, you're both involved. You both threw punches. You're both going to jail for fighting. You both threw punches. You're both involved. You both apologize. That's how that works. They don't do it any other way than that. Somebody hits somebody, the other person hits them back. You think the person that hit him first is going to jail? No, they're both going to jail. They're both guilty of hitting the other person. Okay, so fuck you. Oh, you said it first. I'm not going to. No, as soon as you engage, therefore you're just as bad as the other person. Okay, so that's how that works. Now, so if you don't want to stop a fight, if you don't feel you can, then that's not going to work in the relationship either. Okay, that's been the problem with our relationship since the start. We can't stop a fight. I'm not in this relationship because I have to be. I started getting into this relationship because I liked you. I wanted to have a relationship with you. It's gotten so twisted and out of shape that you go on your way's the highway. If you don't like it, I'm justified because you did something to me a long time ago, and we've said this before. There's no justification for bad treatment. Absolutely no justification for bad treatment. Somebody did something to you the other day. Tell them to hit, and you can't get over it, and you want to treat them, then get them down the road. But that person can't stay in and get abused for life because they did something a long time ago. If you don't trust somebody to be in your house, then don't get that person out of your life. Okay, so I will no longer put up with your behavior. Okay, because it works like this. If I have behavior and I lied to you yesterday, or I lied to you 5 minutes ago, or if I stole something from your house yesterday or an hour ago, the next day, the next 5 minutes, this is where are we at on this? And so then you either have to tell me to leave, you either have to get over it, and the apologies are met and we start over, or you can't continue, because you can't continue to be like a dog and put somebody in the closet while somebody's there, or if you're gone, you can't do that. So you either have to decide you're going to trust the person, and you're going to treat the person with respect, or that person has to be out of your life, okay? And so right now, you don't trust me, you don't respect me, and so either you have to figure out to do that. I can't be in your life getting disrespected, because you see, that's where you don't get it. You say somebody else did something for you, so therefore you're justified not letting me in your house. You're justified treating them like crap. You're justified with all of your way or the highway thing, and that's not justified in any shape, way, or form. If you think it is, then talk to somebody else about it, because just don't listen to me. It's not justified. You don't need to talk to anybody else, because here's what I'm telling you. I will no longer put up with it. Okay, so if you think that you want me in your life, then you have to get over some stuff and start treating it with respect, or you won't have me in your life. If you cannot get over things and you have this big thing about you can't change, you're going to have to change, okay? So the time's up. It's here right now. You either have to change and start treating me with respect and dignity, or you're going to have to move on, and I can move on, because you can't have it both ways. You can't have me around and not letting me in. You can't have me around, and when you get bad and get mad at me, telling me to leave because you can't deal with situations and you can't work things out, and there's too much residual resentment before. So I'm here at my house. It's like 4:30 in the afternoon on Friday, whatever it is, July 6th or August 6th. And so I'm going to come down there, and maybe you'll see this text by now, but we are in a crucial, critical spot in our relationship where I continue to be in the relationship like this. In fact, I'm ready to end it, okay? But I'm not going to end it, because I want to see if there's going to be some movement. Movement means that you start treating me like a regular person. Somebody comes to your door, you open the door. If you're on the phone, if you're not on the phone, okay? You don't keep things, you don't not do things because somebody else did things. You don't bring up everything from last week, 2 weeks ago, or 10 minutes ago, okay? You handle everything with respect. Actually, you treat people like your friend, like you would a friend or somebody, a worker, or somebody that you're around at the hospital, or somebody or the nail salon. That's how you treat normal people. You don't treat me with some disrespect because somehow you think you're justified. So you have a choice. we're going to talk about it, and we're going to say, you're going to tell me whether you're going to change some things, because you need to change some things, because the way you're treating me now isn't working. Okay, we're going to go into the thing where I'm going to be a normal person. I'm going to come down, ring the doorbell, okay, and then you let me in, okay, and whatever you're doing, you're like, oh, okay, I get it, let person in, like you do to everybody. Okay, and you're going to treat me with respect. You're not going to treat me like somebody that did something a while ago that they got it coming. You're going to trust me. If you don't do any of these things, and if it's too much for you, if you just can't get over it, then you have to go move on, because this isn't working the way it's going. Okay, so I'm telling you that I will be leaving the relationship if things don't change. If that's fine with you, then this is where it's at. This is our last hurrah. Okay, if you really want the relationship, then you're going to have to change. Okay, and that's me telling you you're going to have to change, because I'm not going to put up with the way it is now. Okay, if you have some demands, if you have some things that maybe you want me to change, then tell them to me, and I will say with every single one of them, I will do that, I will do that, I will do that, because that's what people do when they're in a deal, in a partnership, in a relationship. You come to agreements and you move forward. Okay, love you.